Hey everyone, hi. My name is Tricia Croasdell. I'm the Global CEO for World Animal Protection. Am I not more connected to the humble pig than I am to this glorified heart monitor on my wrist? Do I not share more in common with the chicken than with the very car I drive? Of course I do. We all do. Yet I was born at a time when most people were fed at their parents' tables with produce, grains, and meat raised by local farmers or by their families. But I have trod a path so far removed from those that lived before me, so removed from our ancestors who sustained themselves upon this earth without creating environmental emergencies. For the farming my grandparents did no longer exists. We have created an industrial food system. It's based on suffering, antibiotic use, and darkness, so removed from compassion and stewardship in line with nature. Yet we wonder when zoonotic disease upon zoonotic disease unleashes itself upon us. We cry, why us? What have we done to deserve such cruelty? But then we go back to old behaviors and repeat. Our food systems are broken, and we must be the people to fix them. Hundreds of billions of animal lives are killed on this planet every year for food, and it gives us around 20% or so of our calories. It's a backward system based on extraction, destruction of habitats, and total disregard for the animals trapped in factory farms. Even though that this has become the foundation of our global food systems, we seem to have a very little understanding of its impact on us, on animals, and on the planet. And there's a surprising lack of impact, a lack of urgency around curbing these impacts. I mean, we seem really eager to embrace electric vehicles to reduce emissions, but we are reluctant to demand that food companies change their practices, produce more plant-based options, even though animal farming accounts and is one of the biggest contributors of methane and nitrous oxide, easy to say. We don't see factory farming mentioned in the news agendas or on government agendas whenever the climate crisis is discussed. Not in the same way that we see fossil fuels targeted, but it's starting to change. Because let's face it, we have to do things differently. We're at the point where we cannot any further go down this road of exploitation. Our fate is now linked to how we treat animals sharing this earth. So let's give a little bit of hope and progress, right? What does progress look like? We've heard from others. One thing, it means eat more plants, eat your greens. Even a small reduction in the amount of meat and dairy consumed globally has big impact. Doing this would mean fewer animals would be born into and trapped on factory farms. Fewer antibiotics would be used. We would have lower emissions, better health, lower food costs. Here in Canada, World Animal Protection just relaunched a program to support people in making this change. When it was first launched in 2022, 83% of participants said our meal plan helped them to reduce their meat consumption, and we're hoping to reach an even bigger audience. Progress means being aware of ethical approaches to farming and supporting those farmers who are committed to farmed animals living good lives. I visited a farm in Thailand recently where the farmer provides a high welfare environment for chickens. The chickens are allowed to roam freely amongst the trees. They even fly. Chickens raised in factory farms typically spend their entire lives in spaces no larger than a sheet of paper per chicken. They never see daylight. I visited a farm in Scotland where the pigs are free to truffle in the forest. Unlike factory farm pigs, they are antibiotic-free, slower growing, and they live longer, healthier lives. And by allowing them to truffle, they are nature's land managers. They're revitalizing the land, encouraging more wild animals, insects, amphibians, birds, all sharing the same space. So progress means having the courage to challenge the status quo of our food systems. And this is happening too. We're seeing people rise up across the world, saying no to the expansion of factory farms, the pollution they bring, the destruction of waterways, and the loss of ecosystems. In Nigeria, World Animal Protection has brought together over 20 civil society organizations to rally against the arrival of JBS, the world's largest meat producer. JBS falsely framed their proposal as a development opportunity to create jobs, support technology transfer, and ensure food security. But wherever factory farms take hold, the people there become poorer and less healthy, and we can and we must stop this from happening. Progress is voicing our values to those who can activate change. And this is happening. You've heard it right here in Canada. We're seeing exciting progress in Canada and elsewhere around the world on making animal welfare part of the political debate. Our World Animal Protection Canada team has been in discussions with the federal government on the inclusion of plant-based meals into public procurement policy. Whew. On the surface, that doesn't seem that sexy, right? But it is long-term behavior-inducing change, and I'm delighted that politicians are responding to this. And finally, progress means acknowledging that we must live within the capacity of the planet. We must set aside that some future techno-solution is going to get us out of this mess. We already have the means at hand to course correct. We just need to unite in efforts and convictions to embrace changes that will protect ourselves, animals, and the future generations to come. There's so many stories of change I could tell about happening around the world, but time is short, not just in this speech. The need is urgent. So if I have gained your attention, please join us and support us at World Animal Protection. We need the support of all of you to change this world for the better for animals, for us, and for one precious, beautiful planet that we call home. Thank you very much.